So I bought the new Kluson tuners for my crafted in Japan Jaguar, but found out, tried to install one, and the bushings are, these original bushings are too small. I was just going to slip the other ones in, the Klusons in, but I got to change the bushings. But the bushings in the Kluson are a little bit bigger than the factory ones. So I have to enlarge the holes. Now the way to enlarge the holes is to use one of these reamers. Okay, otherwise you can mess it up, and if the hole's too big, then the bushings are going to be falling off. So let me take one off and try that and see what happens. As you can see, the tuners here are no brand, or a cheapo brand for Fender, for the Japanese Fenders. So it's pretty easy. You just got to take that screw out and that screw out, and it just comes out. So I'm just going to do that, take a couple of screws out, try the first one, and see what happens. This is the Kluson tuner, and you notice it does fit in the hole perfectly, okay, but the old bushings are just too small. These are the new ones, the new bushings, but the new bushings don't fit in the hole too well. I mean, you could squeeze it in there, but it just needs a little bit of more room to go in there. So we're going to use the reamer and just enlarge it very carefully and slowly. If you make it too big, then the bushing is going to be just flopping around. So I'm going to use the reamer and enlarge it little by little until I can press them in, because they got to be in there fairly tight. Let me try that and see what happens. It should be fine. So I've been reaming that for a bit. Very hard wood, obviously, because it's maple. So, but you got to do it slowly. Do a couple of turns, a few turns, and see how much comes out, and then try the bushing, and then do it again and try it so it's not too loose. I'm going to continue doing it. You have to do it from this side, obviously, because the hole is tapered. So it's going to be a smaller hole at the bottom than it is at the top. Okay, so that's so the tuner doesn't wobble around. Well, let me try some more, because it's really tight right now. It's not fitting in. Well, finally got it. Took quite a bit of turns to do it. But it's in there, and it's tight now. So it's not loose. See, it won't just come out when you lift it. I'd have to push it from the other side. So now the Kluson should fit. Yeah, perfect. Just got to put the screws on the other side and do the rest. You can take all the strings off at once if you want to. I like to do them one at a time so that the neck doesn't start bowing it. I mean, it won't bow right away, but I like to do it one at a time and just keep the tension on the neck. So I'm just going to put the string back on this guy and do the next one. Took quite a bit of turns to do it. It's not that easy, but again, you got to do it slowly. As if you make it too big, this is going to be bouncing around and making noise. So you got to take your time and do it right. So the tool to do it is with the tapered tool, and buy a fairly decent one. Don't buy one too cheap. It's got to be nice and sharp, and clean it every time you finish reaming the hole. Just clean it out, clean the wood off of it, so that the next turn you can it'll be nice and clean and sharp. Okay, so that's it. I'll do them. Show you a video with all the Klusons in. after I finish them all. So here they are, oh, nice and pretty. All the Klusons. Yeah, these are the double line Klusons, deluxe. Nice and straight. I used the screws that came with the Klusons. They're a little bit smaller. If you want to buy these, this is the SD905MNDR. Is that an I or a 1? Not sure. So that's the model number. So if you want to get these, they're really nice, and that's easy to install. Just make sure you get the good reamer and do it little by little. Try it after you do a few reams on it. You remove some of the wood, try it, do a little bit more, try it, do a little bit more, so they're not loose. They look really nice. So that's it. Good luck.